Third time's a charm. Hello, everybody. Hopefully we have a good, solid internet connection. I'm going to see if we can share this over to the group. Yay. It looks like we're going to go. Yay. I don't know what it is about like getting online initially. Once I'm online, I get online fine. But yeah, never dull. So, more options. They had to make extra steps for me to share this over to the creative group, right? There we go. All right, so we're here. Good afternoon, Vicki. Linda McLaren. Okay, so speaking of difficulties, technical difficulties, I forgot something. Ready? Okay. It is Linda McLaren's 60th birthday, and Linda is on the live today. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Bonnie. So I had to put my bunny on for you just to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Linda. Happy birthday to you. Toot, toot. I was very excited to see that it was Linda's birthday. And I just had to celebrate with you guys. If nothing else, stamping is one of those things that we come together and we celebrate each other. So thank you very much, Linda, for tuning in today because I got to say happy birthday. Oh my God, I love you guys. So I have put together a presentation for you today on the Stamparatus. Oh my God. Yes, I did that live. Now you know how much I love you. So last week I showed you what the Stamparatus is, right? This week I have some pre-cut die cut pieces, and I want to show you how I use Stamparatus to make my life a little bit easier when I'm stamping multiples of something. I do a lot of cards, multiples. Actually, speaking of multiples, I made these today. I know celebrate's going to be backwards, but last week on the live, we did a yellow dress with a white tassel, and I had these leftover tassels in the other colors, so I made them in the other two colors. Aren't they cute? Yay. So I finished those up last night during our weekly Zoom chat. I'll tell you what. It is wonderful to see everybody's faces, and as fun as this is, it's way more fun when we get to have a conversation and you get to talk back. So we really had such a good time on last night's chat. And then I made Linda a birthday card, and Linda, it's going in the mail today, unless I see you, because a little birdie may have dropped something for you here at my house. You know, it's a book and it has products inside, you know. Anyway. So that was Linda's birthday card, and, okay. And I love, you know what? I love seeing everybody on Zoom on Monday nights. It's at this time when we can't be together and it's so crazy, it's such a great way to connect. So it's been something that I look forward to every single week, and I get to see, our friends there, and not everybody joins, but, the more the merrier. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna jump in and show you the Stamparatus. Now, there's two things I wanna show you. The first one I've done before. The second one, I haven't. But it's an idea on how to use it, so hopefully I do a good job. And if I don't, well, I know that you guys will forgive me. So we're gonna flip this over. If not, you guys can laugh with me or laugh at me, whichever way. I hope I made you laugh anyway with the bunny. All right, so once the shaking stops, hopefully everybody can have sound today. Last week, a couple of my girls were having trouble with the sound, and yeah, the happy birthday was much better with sound. And let's see. I am not seeing, oh, here we go. Your first time. Becca, welcome, Becca. Nice to see you. Okay, so you can see that I've already been. Ooh. you see that I've already been playing, and I've cut a couple of images out of just some plain cardstock. So this is 5 1/4 by 4, and it's not even cut straight. It's okay. Same thing goes with this one. Not even cut straight. We're fine. So I'm gonna bring my Stamparatus in, and we talked about it last week. It's got a magnetic plate under here so that magnets stick, and it comes with 2 big long magnets, but I only use one at a time because if they get stuck together, number 1, you may never get them apart, or number 2, you can get a blood blister, so you got to be careful. But I just wrap washi around mine, and it's got a nice little handle, easy to pick up and put down. But for this is why I cut my piece this way. I want to use this as a template, so that if I wanted to stamp more than one of this piece, that it would be easy to just keep going and stamp my multiples. So this is gonna be a thank you card. I'm gonna bring in my favorite set from this past mini catalog. And this is the I can't thank you enough stamp, and I'm gonna try and get it on there straight, but let's take a look. We're gonna put it in the hole where the die cut is, and then we're gonna close the template. And like I said, it doesn't even matter if it's straight on there just yet. What I wanna do is, I would normally have the Stamparatus grid paper that you can purchase, but I'm out. So I'm gonna use a piece of gingham cardstock that I have. It's gonna be okay. I'm just going to use what I have, and I'm going to bring in the lovely lipstick ink pad. By the way, these 5 colors are going to be no longer in just a few days, so if you haven't picked up your extra re-inkers or cardstock to go with your stuff, you may want to put it on order. Speaking of placing orders right now, the pick times are ridiculous. You guys, or lots of stampers, are very excited about ordering right now because we have the demonstrator pre-order, and it's 5 to 9 business days for them to put anything in the box right now, and they are working as hard as they can. They've actually split the line into 2 pieces. So I want to just take a look and see if that looks straight to me. And it's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna take this piece of paper out, and I don't even know if this is gonna work just yet, but it's okay because I can always adjust it. I want it to be straight on my die cut piece, right? So I'm just gonna take the piece that I cut out of the middle here, ink up again, and stamp. This time I'm gonna use the magnet. So anyway, if you are ordering, please know that the pick times are crazy. If you do 2nd day delivery, they'll actually speed you up to the front of the line and put your stuff in the box, and that costs $20 per order that goes there. Whoops, I didn't quite get it, did I? That's okay, let's go again. That's kind of cool. Okay, so let's see if we like it. Let's see if it's straight. I think that's pretty good. So now when I want to stamp, and I have a whole ton of these, I don't have to worry if my stamp is going to be straight every single time. I know it's going to be exactly like the first one. So I'm going to ink up and stamp a couple of these, and I know that I'm going to have perfect placement. And if I mess up, no problem. I can go back and add more ink and go again, but these will be nice and clean and sharp. So this is one really great way. And then I may even keep this template and slide it in the box with my framelits. This is the whole set of the Stitched So Sweetly. It comes with these rectangle ones and then all of these cool different shapes. All right, so here we go. So that's the 3 of these. And then let's say that you wanted to do the same thing with another shape. Well, no problem. Bring in your other plate and we'll have another go, but I need the other platform. So let's see. And I cut a die cut for this too. So we'll put this on here. And I unfortunately know a couple of people who are not feeling well right now, so I'd like to get cards in the mail to them. Sending healing hugs sounds like it's gonna fit the bill for them, so I'm gonna drop this right on the die cut, pick it up, and hope that I do okay with placement. I'll double check it when I come over here to see. It looks pretty straight on there. If it's not, I can just adjust the stamp and then have another go, but I don't have to make more than one template. But this kind of puts it in its place, and these have already been die cut out. So once you're going, you can just keep going all day. Oh, look. You couldn't plan that any better. Look at that. Right in the middle. Boom. So this tool really helps you when you're doing die cut images or even punched images, when it has to be kind of tight to the image, or it matters if the words are straight. You don't want to have like a crooked situation. So this really is a great stamp positioning tool. Linda, I want you to know that was a first. I've never sang on my my videos, although before everybody, so Linda's known me long enough that she knows me from when I was a karaoke host at the bowling alley where I met my husband. And so, but I've never sang on a video for my crafts, which is kind of funny. All right, so earlier today, I took this die and cut it out of the middle, thinking that we would play with these shapes some more. And since we were doing the Stamparatus, that we could spice it up a little bit. So, oh, I need adhesive. Jeez. That might help. Grab some of that and some of this. Yay. Okay. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Lucy. Hey, Monica. Good to see everybody. You may have missed my singing debut. It's Linda's birthday. Whoop, whoop. All right. So there's this. And then I threw a roll of ribbon on the table that matched. Oh, it's over here. And guess what? We're going to tie a bow live. All this fancy first stuff. Looks like I whacked my hand. I don't remember doing that. It's all good. So I did loop, swoop, and pull, and now it looks horrible, so we take the ends and we pull. People are like, oh, that's such a cute little bow. I could never tie such a small bow. Yeah, I don't tie them little either. I tie them big, and then we make them small. Such a cute grosgrain. I'm gonna miss these colors, boy. This is the lovely lipstick. Okay, so totally crooked and flippy, but that's okay, because what happens on the back, nobody's gonna know. And we'll just put it back there. So that flippy can stay back there, and we'll put a little adhesive on both sides and stick anything that's not perfectly snug to the back so you can't tell. And then I think we should grab some dimensionals. And while I'm over here, rhinestones. Everything is better with a little bling. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Susan. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Lisa. Good to see everybody. Hi, Chris. Oh, thanks for joining me today. I hope that I've given you a little bit of a sanity break from your day, whatever you're doing today. Okay, and I put, you know, just a couple dimensionals on. That's how I roll, but I'm only going to peel off the edge, the 4 on the corners. I don't care if the middle sticks. I care about the height of the dimensional, so even though I tend to use a few extra, it's all about the right support underneath. So this shape is sitting inside the other shape, which we used with our Stamparatus to create this negative image. There we go. We're going back to making positives from negatives. We got to do that a lot these days. So I don't know where my slider tool is, but I think that we're going to just slide a few of these buggers off, and why not put some rhinestones on it, because everything is better with rhinestones. So that's our first project. So I liked this idea so much. We did 2 die cuts, right? We did the second window for this one. And then I thought, well, why not continue the idea? Same paper. And we'll bring in a quarter sheet. So these are 5 by 3 3/4. And this is 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm just layering it on. And before we stick this down, maybe we'll tie our bow off to the side this time and then stick our designer paper on. So it'll save on ribbon. It won't go all the way across. Hi, Darla. So good to see everybody. So while I'm doing my thing here, just if you do a quick, let's do a roll call and tell me where you are and how you're doing. Because you know what? One of the things I love about Stampin' Up! Is that we're all about the people first. And right now, we just need to hear from each other. So I'd really love to hear that you're doing well. And if you're not doing well, we'll have to pray for each other. Because there's a lot of that going around these days. But we have each other, right? All right, so that's a cute little bow. Let's get some adhesive in the corners to make sure it sticks, and then just finish. So we'll stick that down. So I went with the second largest shape, and now we'll stick the healing hugs right in the middle. These are great and they're quick. And yeah, they use a lot of designer paper, but it's a great way to use your stack, because I don't know about you, but they come with 48 sheets in one pack. So how often do you use your stuff up? So I like the idea of kind of using all my matchy stuff while I still have it in-house. Is that not fun? Oh, you're in your Stampin' Cave. I love that. There's no windows in my studio. Maybe I should call mine a cave too. But I call mine my Stampin' Pad. My house or yours? And you may notice that I have a new method for these. Well, they're really slippery little buggers. So if you just push them right off the transfer sheet, they stick great. And so I'll be able to attach that after, and we'll have a second project just from doing that. So these go together in multiples so fast. I'll be able to make a boatload more of that same design just with what we did with the Stamparatus. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one that I want to do, I've actually never tried before. Don't do this on TV, kids. So I happen to have 2 Stamparatus, Stamparati. Does that make it? So I can put these to the side and clean them after. I like to, if there's no ink on my door, just lift it right off, throw it on a block, and clean it on the block, because then cleanup is really easy. With the Stamparatus, if you're stamping with photopolymer, you need a stamping mat. And that kind of lifts the stamp up. The photopolymer stamps are thinner in material. You can see here, it's got the foam and then the red rubber. So with photopolymer, you need the foam. So this would serve as the foam piece. Let's bring in the piece of paper that I cut, in theory. pooper. I am not finding it. Okay. Well, that's special. Whatever. I'll do it on this instead. High tech. All right, you ready? Too funny. Where's my stamp set? Boy, I can't find anything today. Oh, there it is. I got the stamp set anyway. All right, so I'm bringing in Broadway Birthday. This was one of my favorite stamp sets when it first came out, and now we have to say goodbye to it. It is $17 and available through the end of the month only, and then you won't be able to get it anymore. So I have seen people do this technique, and I've never done it, so forgive me if I stink at it. But we're gonna lay this down on our paper that I'm gonna cut and fix after. And then I'm gonna take my door and move it to this side. I think I need to start at the top though, because this is called hinge stamping. And the hinge is here and there's a stopper. So when I go to lift my door, I want to be able to walk down the street, and I can't walk down the street if I go this way because there's a hinge there. So you got to start at the top. We'll learn together. What do you think? But I actually don't want to start at the top because, what did I do with my magnet now? Oh, there it is. But I like that that's there. And then there's another one. See if you can see where I'm going here. There's another one there. And then there's another one there. All right. So I'm going to bring in Coastal Cabana. Totally time to clean up. It's like every day it's time to clean up in here. Like it seems like I just cleaned the table and then boom, it's messy again. Oh, and it didn't stamp right, so we know what we can do. I'll just give it another go. I'm inking right on the stamp, and I want it to be like solid, and for some reason it's not coming out solid. Now it's good. All right, so now I'm gonna go up one, and that was Coastal Cabana, right? And we'll say goodbye to Coastal Cabana, and we'll bring in its brother, Bermuda Bay. So this is called hinge stamping. This is only really, like there are other stamp positioning tools, but I don't know many of them that have this hinge thing. And boy, my stamp isn't cooperating, probably because it's as old as the hills and I have put it through the ringer. And you'll notice I put ink on the door, but it is not hitting my project, thank goodness. Boy, that's a mess. There we go. And we're done with that color. So because I started with the lightest color, I can keep going without cleaning my stamp, although oh, come on, baby. So sometimes these buggers get a little tight to open. They're supposed to open like a compact. Easier said than done sometimes. So you just try to be patient with them like everything else. And then you got to get it all the way open before you tap it in. I've never done hinge stamping, by the way. So what better time to try it than when you're live on a video? Okay, so I would be in the same spot if I don't go up here. So you go straight up and down, pull up, and then you come up one more. Oh, it's so pretty. So this is Pacific Point. I think we need one more blue just because of the size of the paper. Hang on one second. think I'm gonna grab navy. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, so we're at the top of the hub here. Hey, Michelle. Oh, I got two Michelles. Right. So like that can cover both of you. Michelle Bridge and Michelle Soup. All right. So here's the navy. So I did pay to expedite my new catalog order, and I do have a sneak peek. Again, it's being funny, but it's so nice that we have the opportunity to restamp it. Pretty. Okay, so we get the wish all the way up. And then I'm going to take a quick commercial break to show you the in colors. Magenta, Bumblebee. Oh, I don't have them memorized yet. When you know them, you can shout them out. But I just want to stamp in the Misty Moonlight so badly. I love this color, and it's not available for pre-order on stamp pads for demonstrators, but all of the cardstock is, and boy, I'm excited. Anyway, back from the commercial. So now I have my base all stamped, and I'm gonna stick this off to the side for a second. And it looks like I'm having some internet issues. I hope that I am still with you. It will really make me crazy if it doesn't come back. Okay, so we've got, I'm gonna cut this to 5. And I did have a 5 by 3 3/4 already cut, but it is what it is. So we used a card base, 3 3/4. In my high-tech cutting method, the old rip. Oh, the jade is beautiful. All right. So how should we finish this? There's Make-A-Wish. You're never too old to make a wish. While we come up with the sentiment, pick from something, I will get a candle going here and hope that I am not frozen on your end, because I'm frozen up here. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Bonnie. It's kind of cool that I cut off that little skinny thing. Why don't we use that? And I think I want Night of Navy. You're never too old. Okay, so we'll use that one. That's adorable. Okie doke. So I'm gonna fussy cut this real quick. Either you like to fussy cut or you don't. I think it stresses some people out. For me, I find it relaxing. I did go to art school, and one of the first lessons that I learned is that it's impossible for the human hand to draw a completely straight line. So once you get over the fact that it needs to be exactly perfect, it gets much easier. So we'll just do this. Perfect. Okay. I think it should go there. And then we need a flame for sure. I'm gonna take it out of my template, because why not? I'm glad that I'm not frozen, Mary. Thank you. I'm frozen on my computer, so it makes me like a little crazy. I want to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm inking this bugger up. Wow, that's cool. I love how bright that is as opposed to the, in fact, I think we should make that yellow the card base. I gotta get it from the other room because I already pulled my in colors out of my craft room, which is crazy, but my plan is to use them all up to make cards for my cousin, who is a nurse on the front lines. So shout out to all the healthcare workers and the supermarket workers and the people that are working anyway during this whole thing. And then the sanity makers like me. If you do this, you're helping people. So kudos to everybody who does who is doing what I do too. All right, so I am going to flip this over and add a little adhesive to it so that I can put my candle on its wick. And then I'm gonna flip it over and add, I need mini dimensionals, so let me grab those. These are great for tight spaces. They really make a difference. And again, you can put a ton of them, but like you don't have to peel them all off. Here we go. If you haven't joined us on Monday nights for the Zoom chat, grab your crafty self, make a project, bring a project to work on. Crochet, knit, quilt, do whatever you want and come hang out with us and chat. I think this week I crafted quite a bit, but last week I didn't even craft. We just kind of got together and hung out and socialized. So it's a social hour for sure. Okay, so there's the wish. I think that there should totally be Winkostella on this too. I like the way this is coming together though. It's kind of fun. Okay. So we voted and there's a lot of words in there. You're never too old to make a wish. Let's see, you think it'll fit somewhere? So if we use this one, we're not going to have enough room to put it. So if we just kind of take it back a little bit, we can do the make-a and not do the wish. What do you think? Think that'll be all right? But to ink this up, I'm gonna break my own rules and grab a marker. Usually I don't marker photopolymer, but I don't want the line. So when you want part of an image, or let's say you want more than one color on an image, you can use the classic markers to ink up your images like this, and then you can just leave that line off because it adds. So what I do is I ink up completely and then I pretend I didn't ink up, and then I go back and ink it up again and then give it a huff, which you cannot do in person anymore, by the way. Go ahead, you can laugh. And make a wish. So by doubling up on when you ink up, it really makes that image darker so that you can use a marker on the back of the photopolymer, where I wouldn't always necessarily do that anyway. All right, so this is 5 by 3 3/4. So now we need some layers. Since we stamped the majority of our stuff in the navy, I'm gonna call that our second layer. So, germy, exactly, no germs. I will blowtorch that later. So 5 1/4. Or I can let it rest for 3 days. I'll put it in quarantine. By 4. When this all first happened, I thought, oh my gosh, I cannot do that. And here I am, I'm doing it. All right. This is getting really cute. And I didn't think that I was gonna need it, but I got some ribbon here that would match. So this is the Pineapple Punch ribbon, and it is also going out, but it is awfully cute. And it's a perfect birthday color. And honestly, that bow isn't working. I wonder if my bow maker can tighten that up. So when you make a bow, essentially it's 2 loops that get tied together. So a bow maker just makes it easy. If you ever, if you don't have a bow maker, it's not a big deal. You need a fork with 2 tines, and you can do it with anything. And then you can Google fork bow. It's the easiest thing ever. But I thought for that bitty candle, we should have a bitty bow that doesn't come undone. Sometimes if I tie it with my fingers, it, like a tiny little bow like that might come apart if it's not a small, like a delicate ribbon. So here we go. Glue dot. Adorbs. My inky fingers. I guess if your fingers aren't inky, you're not doing it right. I don't know. Oh my God, it's so cute. Okay. So, what do you think? We did the die cutting. It's all about the Stamparatus, but we still made our projects. We did stamping on die cuts using and making your own template to make stamping go much faster. And then we did hinge stamping. Right after I sang happy birthday to my buddy Linda. I have known Linda for many moons. Before Stampin' Up, she was at my wedding. We have been friends a long time. And now I am blessed because she is part of my team. And we are, I think, 86 strong. And we had a team meeting last week or the week before, and there were 26 of us on the team meeting. So we are making the best of the situation and getting together anyway and making stuff for people, and it's just so fun. Okay, so here we go. Wink. Gotta wink everything. Love it. So, hinge stamping and stamping on die cuts. Alrighty. That was awesome. So, happy birthday again, Linda. Oh wait, if you came in late, you gotta see the hat. 'Cause it's all about, you know, effect. I'm just so excited it's your birthday. I'm a dork, but we're having fun here, and we're stamping, and we're making pretty stuff. So thank you for being here today. It was great to see all of you. And if you need anything, let me know, message me, text me. I'll place an order for you. Always here for you. Love you guys. Bye.